Okay, sorry for the technical delay that we're experiencing. And we seem to have a little bit of interference on the background, but I think that has been resolved and we can start.
Litness, we cannot hear the room anymore online.
Litness, I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything, okay.
No, we
Yes,
can. Now we can.
yeah.
It's working again.
My mic was on mute.
Okay, now I see.
Yes, all this time I've been talking to people that are physically present here, so apologies for that, but I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, all good.
Yes, clear.
Thanks.
Okay, great. So I'll have to start again because you couldn't hear me. So basically, I was just welcoming everybody to today's launch. This is the Year Community Malawi chapter launch, where you've been wondering what is the Year Community all about? What is it that they do? So today, you are not just joining the community, but you're also getting to understand what the Year Community is and what our role is as Mzuzu Ihab, as the anchor organization supporting Year Community in Malawi. So I'll not preempt everything because we are going to have presentations from Mzuzu Ihab. We are going to have presentations from the Year Community, which is under the ITC, that's the International Trade Center. And then we are also going to hear from the ambassador of the Year Community in Malawi. And lastly, we are going to have a keynote speaker, one of successful young entrepreneurs here in Mzuzu. So I will let Austin come and talk about Mzuzu Ihab, as well as talk about our role as the anchor organization here in Malawi. And then he's going to introduce Jenny, who is going to talk about the ITC as well as the Year Community on a global perspective. And then later on, we're going to hear from the ambassador of the Year Community here in Malawi. So I hand it over to Austin to give us a brief explanation about Mzuzu Ihab and how we are affiliated to the Year Community. Thank you very much.
Madam now? Yeah, just the one. Galiado security. Drama ndizaba tishe Galiadi. Yao banga ndi Galiadi mamuna uchi. Galiadi ntimu yene wake. Ndio yankwenda wakati.
Austin, we cannot hear you. Could you unmute yourself? Austin, can you hear us?
just having a presentation being also here.
Perfect, we can hear you now. Thanks.
All right, thank you so much. So my name is Austin Moya. I work as Programs Manager from Zozo Rehab. And basically my duty is just to take you through a brief introduction about Zozo Rehab and also how we are fitting into the EA community. So we started our operations in 2017 and we are an organization, a social and innovation and technology hub. Established in 2017, as I said, founded by Joanna Campus. So we have 4 years experience in running entrepreneurship programs. Basically, our focus is on incubation programs. And so far, we have reached out around 104 entrepreneurs in the northern region, but also supported 15,000 women and youth towards entrepreneurship or financial literacy in the northern region. And our focus areas in terms of the target startups, we are looking at the entrepreneurs at seed, early stage, but also we are focusing on social enterprises because we understand that social enterprises are a key to job creation. Because if you're looking at social enterprises, we are looking at both economic and social sustainability of an enterprise. In terms of our key programming, in terms of supporting entrepreneurship, we are looking at the key component of the participation program, which supports 25 entrepreneurs every year. But also we have the entrepreneurship education and outreach program where we are reaching out to young people. And also we have the COVID-19 Youth Challenge, where basically we are supporting young people to innovate solutions towards the global pandemic of COVID-19. So you might be wondering, how are we registered? So basically, in terms of our registration, we are a non-profit organization registered as a company limited by guarantee. So we are a non-profit. Okay, in terms of our services, as I've already highlighted, basically we have 4 main programs or services. So one is the Media Information and Literacy Education Program, where we are looking at the digitalization of our economy. So through that program, what we do is to support young people participate in the digital economy. So what we do is to train young people in key digital skills programs, from videography to photography and website designing, computer programming. We also do data management because it's a key component of every aspect of development. We're also looking at the digital marketing for visibility of the businesses, among other things. Apart from that, we have the entrepreneurship educational outreach program, as I've already highlighted. And basically what we do around this program is that we work with students in secondary schools and universities, reaching out to them with entrepreneurship, but also financial literacy. Apart from that, we have the flagship program from Zozo Rehab, the participation program. So basically, as I've said, in that program, we support 25 entrepreneurs annually, and we're looking at supporting them develop growth plans. They understand financial management, but also allow them to connect. We also connect them to investment, but also other networking opportunities. The last one is for working space. So where basically we're looking at the provision of working space for entrepreneurs. Most businesses, when they're starting, physical space is a problem, and therefore as an organization, we also support young people have access to working space, because working space at the end of the day provides visibility to the businesses, but also you're looking at the integrity. So people ask, where can we find you? If you tell them, Mundiveze Unyumba will find me home, at the end of the day, it brings some sort of a picture. But then if you have a physical space, that boosts up the credibility of the business in a long run. So that's the services that we offer. And then specifically, what do we do in terms of entrepreneurship support? So what we do is do mentorship and coaching. Our working space I've already highlighted, capacity building training. So in terms of financial management, leadership, it's a key component in managing a business. Investment opportunities, we're looking at networking opportunities, information and knowledge transfer, but also market visibility. So what we do is to use the different platforms that we have, from the physical space to our online presence, to support our entrepreneurs be visible to the potential markets or potential donors that they will be interested in the products or services that our entrepreneurs are providing. So, who do we work with? As Mzuzu Entrepreneur Hub, we work with a variety of sectors, but working with the entrepreneur since 2017, we could be able to highlight key growth sectors in the economy. And so far, the major sectors that we have worked in terms of agriculture, we're looking at agriculture production itself, but also processing and distribution. We're looking at clean energy, so in terms of solar and biogas and other hydro entrepreneurs. ICT is another booming sector that we are also working with. So people from developers to ICT managers, and also in terms of infrastructure. And the other sector that is also growing is the fashion and design, which cannot be ruled out in terms of the sectors that are high growth in terms of our work regarding entrepreneurs. So the question is, how are we fitting in the year community now? So basically, the target, as I've explained, that's 18 to 35, based on the target or the program that we are specifically working on. And what about the year chapter now? So basically, we are building on the very same activities that we are working on as we have. And through this chapter, we'll be looking to be hosting the building capacity of our entrepreneurs, understand key components of a business, from financial management to bookkeeping. I think you agree with me. Most of us, we don't really separate our business from our personal finances. So we take our business as our personal finances, and then we're not able to differentiate as to what would be deemed as profit from the business or what would be deemed as personal earnings. So through this chapter, we'll be strengthening our financial management systems as enterprises, but also bookkeeping. Because at the end of the day, if you have proper books for your business, allows you to get access to many opportunities in terms of funding, and in case you want to get a loan from the bank, they'll actually look for your books. We'll also continue to facilitate networking events, because those are key to learning, but also knowledge sharing among fellow entrepreneurs. And we'll also be looking at issues to do with business model review. We are living in a dynamic society. We are changing every day. And through this community, we can't have a business plan which you wrote in 2009 and want to implement it today. Things will not work out the way you planned them to work when you planned it in 2009. So basically, through this chapter, we'll be looking at you being able to support you and review your business model, but also digitizing of services. Social media is becoming a global network for businesses, for connecting, but also for marketing. And we'll be having specific lessons towards how you can use digital platforms to enhance your business productivity and business earnings. At the same time, e-commerce are key. Some of us who don't really understand how e-commerce operates, but then this will be an opportunity for us to understand the e-commerce, but also how we can even put our products on e-commerce and then get accessible across the global market. We will also be hosting expert Q&As on specific topics. One of it, taxation. We know taxation is a buzz concept in most of our businesses as SMEs. We don't really understand how taxation works. We don't really understand the process of, let's say, certifications of different things. Through these expert Q&As, we'll be able to understand some of those key components as to how we entrepreneurs can be able to grow and understand these key components. And from time to time, just to understand what the problems that we are facing as entrepreneurs, we'll be able to host panel discussions within ourselves and just talk to each other, understand each other, and how we can be able to support. So a panel discussion on different topics as to basically how we can be able to support each other as business. So basically, that's it about our involvement in the year community, but also a brief introduction about Ngos. I'll leave it to Litness to continue. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Austin. I think this has been highlighted very much, and we have been able to understand about Mzuzu EHAB, as well as how we are affiliated to the year community, especially the year community in Malawi. So I think now we will proceed and have Jenny talk about what the year community is all about. What are the benefits of joining the community? How can you possibly join the community? And just to explain about the year community on a global perspective. So it's now over to you, Jenny. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, so can everyone actually hear me as well in the room? Litness, is it working?
Yes,
Yes.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, great. 1 second. Oh, someone needs to, okay, perfect. So I just want to first of all say a big thank you for everyone that's joined us today. So whether you're there in person or whether you're here online, it's really great to launch this chapter together. And thanks to the team, obviously, at Ngos EHAB, and also to Precious for organizing it. So I know we already did a round of introductions, except I haven't introduced myself. So my name is Jenny, and I work for the International Trade Center based in Geneva, Switzerland. And the International Trade Center is a joint agency of the WTO, so of the World Trade Organization, and of the UN. And our mission is to support small and medium-sized businesses in developing economies. And more specifically, within the International Trade Center, I work for a program called the Youth and Trade Program. So focused on small youth businesses. And we basically overall support youth economic empowerment across 2 tracks that we have in the program. So track 1 is focused on skills development for youth. And track 2, which is actually the track that we're much more involved in, is on youth entrepreneurship. And under the second track, we primarily work with the year community. You've already heard about it now, but probably many of you aren't fully familiar with it yet. So it's our global community of young entrepreneurs, and we have a platform, and I will actually now share my screen to give you a quick walk through the platform and to show you how you can benefit from it as a young entrepreneur, but also if you're a mentor or a network partner, there are many opportunities. So let me just share my screen. Yeah. And Litness, are people in the room also able to see this, or what's the situation over there right now?
Yes,
Can I
we are able
answer?
to say it.
Okay, okay, that's great. Okay, perfect.
Yes, we are able.
Okay, that's great. So, okay, so this is the homepage of the platform. To give you a bit of an insight, so the community is home to more than 20,000 young entrepreneurs. Actually, we count around 23,000 online and offline. And they come from more than 170 different countries. We also have expert mentors that are located around the world that are engaged on the platform. And basically, the platform offers a space for youth entrepreneurs to access opportunities, workshops, tools, e-learning, courses, and much more. And with our platform, we're now also, I just mentioned it already, but we're basically also taking a more systematic approach and offering a space not just for young entrepreneurs, but also for all ecosystem players. So also for hubs, business support organizations, the mentors, of course, and then also other network partners, so other entrepreneurship support organizations that we're working with. And so what you're seeing right now, this homepage here is the view when you're not logged in. So with this view, you have basically limited access to everything that's on the platform. But then in order to join the community, you would click up here. Then once you're logged in, I will take you now to the inside of the platform so you can see everything at your disposal when you're logged in. So that would be here. So this is the view when you're logged in. You can see this is my profile up here. And basically registering to the community is entirely free, and everything that we offer on the platform, so from events to the tools to the networking, also awards that we're running and opportunities, all of this is also entirely free. So we will never charge you for anything that we're offering. So that's the good news about this. And as you can see, when you're logged in, you see an extended version of the menu here. And yeah, this is all the things that you will be able to access once logged in. So I'm here now on the live feed, which is where we share videos, articles, upcoming events. But this is obviously also a space where young entrepreneurs and other users can ask questions, promote their businesses, or share their thoughts. So yeah, you will see many different posts scrolling through the live feed here. And yeah, you can think of this a bit similar to the news feed that you have on Facebook as well. So this is really the wall where you see all of the latest news and everything that's going on. I'll move on to the community tab. So under the community tab, actually, you can see all the users that are on the platform, and you actually also, as you can see, have like a geographical map of their location, so you can browse for users in this way too, where you drag the map and you see where users are placed. And if you're a young entrepreneur, this is actually quite interesting for you, because if you use the filter function over here, you can basically select which member type you're looking for. So let's say you're looking for a business mentor, you can then select that filter and then browse through mentors and then actually connect with them directly on the platform. So you can send them a message, you can go to their profile, read a bit more about their expertise and all of this. So that's a really, really nice feature. Then I will show you quickly, we also have specific groups. So for instance, this could be groups for the different activities that we have, but also for the chapters. So if I scroll a bit over here, we actually here have the group for the year chapter Malawi, which now that we have launched, we will populate this a bit further, and we will basically add you all to this group. Like once you join the group and you note down that you're based in Malawi, we will add you to this group, and we will share all the upcoming events and everything here. You see Precious is already active on this group as well as obviously the advisor. Moving on to our events section. So this is where we keep you updated on all upcoming events that we are hosting. So these could be specific events in the chapters, like the launch today, but also hubs workshops. So again, this is if you're part of a hub that supports young entrepreneurs, we also have a special offering for you. And then we also basically curate other events from our network. So for instance, the UNCTAD 15 Youth Forum, which is taking place later this month, actually next week, where we'll also be hosting a session. And yeah, you can see, other events in other chapters, mentor masterclasses, and we have entrepreneur masterclasses as well. So there's a whole variety of events, which are always free to access as well. So you can always browse that on this page. Wait, I'm just gonna admit some more people from the waiting room. Okay, good. Then under news, we basically have blog posts. Oh, sorry, it's taking a while to load. And for instance, this is also where we show you what's launching currently. So we launched the Youth Ecopanera Awards last month. And we just give you a bit more info here. So yeah, you can always keep an eye out here. We're basically also spotlighting different businesses and different members of the community. So it's a nice way also for people to get more visibility for their business and to give people an insight into the behind the scenes for this, let's say. Then under opportunities, this is actually a very exciting space and something that we only just started with this new platform when we launched it in April. So that's where we advertise opportunities from within our program and within our organization, but also actually a space for us to curate partner opportunities and actually for anyone on the platform to also post opportunities themselves. So what we continuously encourage is that young entrepreneurs are known to provide additional opportunities to other youth as their businesses grow further. So this means this is also in a way a job board full of opportunities. So if we go down here, you can basically see all the different, there might be, something like an accelerator program that you can access, a competition. This is like a creative competition. And yeah, but also job posts like here, someone looking for a marketing manager. So most of the time, these are young entrepreneurs that are now looking to hire more young entrepreneurs into their businesses. Yeah, and moving on to the e-learning tab. I'll show you this quickly as well. So this is where we curate all of the SME Trade Academy courses that are useful for young entrepreneurs. The SME Trade Academy is actually ITC's own e-learning platform. So many of these courses we actually jointly developed as well to specifically target youth entrepreneurs and to help them with running their businesses. And we put these in order according to the start date so that you always know it's up to date and you can easily check which one might be relevant for you. So if you click on here, it will take you straight to the course. All of these, again, are entirely free to join. So yeah, it's a nice way to browse. And we also have the Youth Ecopanera Award. So I think a few of you actually that introduce yourself might actually fit the criteria for this. I know Precious, for instance, also does as the advisor. So this is a competition that we actually launched on Youth Day. And yeah, if you would like to apply, basically you would have to provide us info on an innovative solution across our 3 categories. So it's renewable energy, or sustainable waste management, or efficient use of water. And yeah, I won't go too much into detail because it would take up a lot of time. But if you sign up, you can have a closer look on this. And the prices are really, really great. Per category, we will offer, let me just show you this. Per category, we will offer a cash prize of 5,000. And also a lot of technical assistance, mentorship, coaching, access to our events and all of these type of things. So exciting opportunity. If you fit the bill, definitely have a look at it. Deadline is coming up soon. And so lastly, basically everything that I've showed you right now is the whole online component, of course, to the community. And it's basically our global footprint, and it's where you as young entrepreneurs in Malawi can connect with youth in other chapters and across the globe, and like have peer learning opportunities and access all of the resources that we have. But I also really want to stress, since we're at the launch obviously of the chapter, that we think as a counterpart to that, our local networks are extremely important. And the local networks are basically what we call the chapters. So it's the chapter like the one that we're launching today in Malawi. You can see more info over here. And basically each country chapter is led by a youth representative in country. So we call that the year advisor. So for Malawi, this is Precious. And together with a local incubator, accelerator, or hub. So in this case, it's of course Mzuzu eHub. And yeah, this is basically our way to strengthen ties on the ground, to make it relevant for you in the local context, for you to have, trusted focal points that you can go to. So you have your local network of, a young entrepreneur and a hub that's really well versed with the local context in which you're operating in, and then you have both the local offering with all the events that are specifically surrounding that context, but then obviously complemented by the platform where you can connect globally and also take part in our global events. And yeah, I will stop here. And I think that's everything from my side for now. I don't want to take up too much time. And I think I will pass it on to Precious to talk a bit more about his role as a year advisor to ITC from Malawi. And yeah, I know we have another great lineup coming up and an agenda for today, so I'll stop here. Thanks.
Hello.
Hi, Precious.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited being here. I'm joining from Lilongwe. Thanks to Jenny, thanks to Mzuzu eHub, the team at Mzuzu eHub, and everyone joining. I'll just go quickly into this. My name is Precious Dipili. I am the year advisor to the ITC in Malawi. My professional background is business management and entrepreneurship. So in 2020, I started my business. The business, I called it Awao. Awao is an eco-friendly startup making products out of bamboo. We do make bamboo straws, bamboo kitchen utensils, bamboo lampshades, as well as bamboo furniture. I've had challenges. So joining the year community was a good thing for me. I looked it up online. I said, wow, a lot of things are happening on this platform. Important in as far as a business is concerned. So I'll just go into my law quickly. My law as an ambassador. It was formerly called ambassador, but now we are here at advisors the ITC in Malawi. So my first law is to create awareness and support for the year community in Malawi by engaging young entrepreneurs in Lilongwe, in Zuzu, in Blantyre, and all districts. They can join wherever they are. Technology allows us, so we can join this platform and be able to learn all that the team at ITC, year community, and Mzuzu eHub has for us. And another thing is to support Mzuzu eHub to organize year events in Malawi, to connect, convene, and support young entrepreneurs in this country. The other law that I'm taking is to promote year chapter and act as a contact person in Malawi for young entrepreneurs. I'll be going everywhere to get young entrepreneurs, engaging young entrepreneurs. Let's learn on this platform. Let's have a good time. Let's grow our businesses with all the information that's available on the platform and what Nzuzu eHub is going to provide to us over the next months and going forward. Another law is to offer inspiration. I started my business. You can too. I'm facing the same challenges that you are facing. So I know in my 1 year of doing business, I know I've faced challenges. I've faced a lot of, I've seen a lot of opportunities that I'm trying to go into, and this relation is very good that can inspire a lot of young entrepreneurs to join the community, start their own businesses, and all that. And another law for me is to source potential partners to support the community, for example, banks, government institutions, other maybe religious institutions that can support the community in Malawi, that can support us, Nzuzu eHub, and the year community in Malawi. So I would like to say, young entrepreneurs, I would like to encourage everyone. Our platform is here, guys. Let's create a movement for us to inspire other entrepreneurs to go into entrepreneurship. Learn, the platform is here. Let's learn all that we need to learn. We have a lot of things to learn. For example, business information, that's one of the challenges that I face, accessing information. How does it go when one wants to start a business? And if we learn this through the platform that's online and with the Nzuzu eHub, it will be very simple for us to succeed in this industry. Let's create successful businesses. The platform is here. Thank you. Hello, Litness. Over to you.
Hi. Okay, sorry about that feedback. So, Precious, thank you very much for giving us that introduction, as well as the role as an ambassador in the year community. So what we are going to do right now, before we invite our keynote speaker, is to get questions, reactions, as well as just anything that you would like to add or ask about the year community. And that's going to be both on our online platform, that's the Zoom meeting, as well as on the people that are physically available here. So I open the floor for questions, comments, or reactions from our participants. We're just going to get into this exercise for about 10 minutes, and then we'll get back to our keynote speaker today. Questions, comments, reactions so far to what has been presented on the year community, the role of the ambassador, and maybe as well as just getting to understand how Nzuzu eHub is connected to the year community. All right, I think we have a question here. Do you want to ask something? Yeah. No? Okay, fine. Do we have anyone online who would like to?
Yes, we actually had a question coming in online, Litness.
Yes, I've seen that one.
By Lucy. So she's asking, what are the requirements for one to be a YEA member? So yes. I guess I will take this one.
Sure, please go ahead.
So the requirement is that you are either a young entrepreneur, so that you already have a business, but actually also if you don't have a business yet, if you're just an aspiring young entrepreneur, you can sign up as well. Within that, so like I just said, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, it's also fine. You don't need to have your business readily available yet. If you're just interested in entrepreneurship and you're looking for ways to get started, that's fine. We have these 2 categories on the platform, so you can register, you know, under whichever category fits your business, like the state of your business, let's say. And the other only requirement that we have is that our youth bracket, since you know the year community is specifically for youth entrepreneurs, the age restriction we have there is up until the age of 35. So if you are over 35 and you're an entrepreneur, you're still welcome to join. But in that case, we would encourage you to either join us like a mentor, or yeah, or under other categories that we have, just because we need to keep the youth bracket within those parameters. And yeah, you will just see, if you go on the sign up form, you can basically see what we're asking you. The more info you fill out on your profile, the better, but we don't really have any strict requirements other than that, you know, you're interested in entrepreneurship and you're under 35. Hope that answers your question. Litis, do you want me to keep going? Because there are more questions actually coming in online.
Yeah, I think take the ones that are online and address them.
Okay. So Gerald is asking, do you have specific businesses that you focus on, or any ideas and startups to fit? So we're sector agnostic, so meaning we represent all sectors across the board from every part of the world. So yeah, you don't have to be within a specific sector in order to sign up. And actually there was a similar question also by Chiliro, who asked in which industry should the entrepreneur be. Again, it's completely open. Whatever your business does, it will fit our criteria. Let me just see. Okay. So Keith was asking about the competitions that are outlined for the Ecopanera program. So the one competition we have running right now is the Youth Ecopanera Awards. So let me just post you the info again on this in the chat. 1 second. Again, for this, the requirement would be that that you are under 35. And then obviously, like I mentioned earlier, you will have to fit the criteria of, you know, either contributing to renewable energy, sustainable waste management, efficient use of water. And let me just also drop you the link to the page where you can see more on the eligibility. So for this specific competition, actually, you would have to be at a bit more of an advanced stage with your business. So this competition is not open to aspiring entrepreneurs. For this one, actually, you would have to already be legally registered in a developing or least developed country. And yeah, the company would have to be majority owned by people below the age of 35 again. But yeah, you can read more on the page over there. And then the other competition actually that we're running is with our partners from Yalda. I will try to post that over here as well. 1 second. Okay, I will just post it in a second. But basically, this is a creative competition. So the idea is basically that if you're active in the creative sector, you can submit either an essay, a video animation, or a graphic design related to the AFCFTA, so the African Continental Free Trade Area. And what we're basically trying to do is to make it more digestible for youth. So we want youth to be able to see how they can concretely benefit from it, what they can get out of it, what difference it will make for them running their businesses. And we're basically employing these young creatives to help us with this. And again, for this, there's a whole lineup of prizes. that you can access if you should be successful. And yeah, I will send you more info on this as well. So those are the two competitions that we have at the moment. We have new ones coming all the time. We have also a lot of partners that run separate competitions. So again, those you would be able to find under the opportunity board if you signed up to the platform. And yeah, I really encourage you to register, because most of these things are not visible on the platform unless you are registered. So then let me just see. The next question is, Christine is asking, is the year community open to mental health NGOs, and what other opportunities are there for mental health organizations? Yes, we're also open to mental health NGOs. Christine, I'm assuming that you're the founder as well of the NGO. So yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then of course you also count as a young entrepreneur, and you know, you can basically find all the resources and different workshops, e-learning courses, anything to basically help you run your business more smoothly. You can connect with a mentor in order to coach you on, you know, maybe certain backlashes or roadblocks that you're facing with your business. And you're then also asking what opportunities are there for mental health organizations. So actually, I have to say that this is a topic that we haven't tackled so much yet as under the community. Really important though, and I know, for instance, also that our partners from the Youth Alliance for Leadership and Development in Africa, YALDA, so the ones that are also running this creative competition for youth, and the AFCFTA, they have been doing a lot of workshops and activities around mental health over the pandemic, because, you know, obviously this was also a topic that increased in importance over the course of the pandemic. Yeah, we're hoping to scale up our offering a bit more surrounding that in the future, but for now, no specific offering. But again, I think you can still benefit in many, many ways if you sign up. Next question was, what are the requirements to register a youth-led NGO with the community? This came from Gerald. Again, no specific requirements. You would just basically need to register your profile. Actually, I can quickly show you this. So you would register as your profile under your own name, not under your business name, because we don't register businesses separately on the platform. But then what you would basically do is, let me just show you this here. This is a tab that I didn't actually show you before because, you know, in the interest of time, I didn't show you everything on the platform. But once you're signed up under your own profile, Gerald, you can then go under the community tab we have here, EA Businesses. And this is where you can then basically publish your NGO. And then you can, let me just show you. I'll show you this one as an example. So you can basically show like a summary of what you're doing, when your business was established, the size of it, when you started activities. And then you can also basically indicate it whether you're raising funds. So, and you can link your LinkedIn over here as well. So this makes it basically easier for anyone on the platform, because keep in mind that we have a lot of network partners on the platform as well. So these could also be investors or, you know, business experts, which who are looking to support young entrepreneurs. They can have a better overview over your profile and the business and everything that you're doing surrounding that if you're registered under this page. So I would encourage you to do that if that's what you were looking for. Okay, then Lucy said, so on the age limit, you said up to 35 years old. So suppose one join when she has reached 36, do they still belong to the community? Yes, so again, you wouldn't fit that bracket of youth entrepreneur anymore, but we would basically just integrate you into becoming a business mentor or into basically being another stable member of the community. You would still be able to access everything that we offer, but basically not anymore under this label of youth entrepreneur. So no worries if you reach the age limit. you can still benefit from everything that's on the platform, but yeah, you just wouldn't count into this category of youth entrepreneur anymore. And then next question was, okay, and then Chilungamo asked you should send us all a presentation. I can definitely do that. I mean, the walkthrough through the platform was obviously yeah, just online, like not linked to a presentation, but we do have some presentations on the community, so I could send you that. But also we're recording this meeting, so in any case, we will circulate the recording with you, and you can always come back and have a look. But also, I think the easiest way for you to see is if you just register, and then if you face any issues navigating the platform, we have a monthly webinar on getting to know the platform better, where we do, you know, a more in-depth walkthrough than what I just did. It's basically, we take like a whole 45 minutes to walk you through all the different features and everything that you can take advantage of. So I would encourage you to sign up to that, or to just drop us a message, and we can always help you if you have any specific questions regarding the community or the platform. Okay. I think I tackled every question that was in the chat. Thanks for sending so many through. It's really encouraging to see. Are there any other questions in the room, Litness? Litness, we cannot hear you.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I was asking if anybody in the room has a question to ask. Okay, yeah. So we have one person who wants to, yeah. So here.
All right, thank you for the nice presentation. Yeah, I just wanted to ask, is the community only effective online?
Okay, thanks for asking that. So definitely what I just presented was mainly on the online component. So that is obviously the global component, and the only way to connect everyone globally, well, not the only way, but the easiest way, let's say, for now, is definitely through the platform. What we normally also do what we did in pre-pandemic times, and what we will resume doing after everything is a bit more stable, is to have like a yearly event where we bring, you know, entrepreneurs from all the different corners of the world that we have in the community to one event, and you know, like have different discussions and sessions and networking opportunities and all of this. But then most importantly, I think the community is really also sustained by the local chapters. So the chapter that's just launching here today in Malawi, really the idea is for that to also exist offline, right? So, you know, you're there right now physically, and the idea is obviously as much as COVID permits, to also have physical events in country. So you won't just be able to connect with people online, but also offline, and to, you know, to really make those connections a bit more stable, I would say, you know, to really show you that, yeah, that there's a physical community within your local context that understands the challenges you're facing. So definitely the community does not just work online, it definitely also works offline. I have to say that a lot of the chapter events, so we actually have around 18 chapters across 16 different countries. Most of the events that have been running in the specific chapters have also been online lately, but just for a matter of, you know, health and safety. Unfortunately, not many of the hubs were able to host physical events yet, which is why I'm actually glad that today is a hybrid event and that you were able to come in person. It's really great to, you know, to have both platforms. And yeah, I think moving forward, as everything, like I said, becomes a bit more stable, we would look to have a lot of sessions in person. So definitely offline is also very, very important for us to strengthen the community there.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. Jane, do we have another question? All right, just like physically right now, we don't have a lot of questions. So we have the honor and pleasure of inviting Dennis Chidowe, who is going to give us a keynote address and then take us through the launch of the year community this morning. So, Dennis. So, hi everyone. Dennis and Austin are trying to dim Dennis's presentation. So maybe in case there was a question or maybe a comment that you wanted to just say before we invite the keynote speaker. We are having a little bit of a technical problem aside. Not very certain if it's the internet or our gadgets. So just give us a few minutes so that Dennis can be connected and then he can give us his presentation. So in the meantime, there was a question, Jenny, from I think from Lucy. She wanted to know about the age limit. So I'm also interested just to find out if somebody joins at 34 and then they are still a member, are they booted out of the community after they reach 35 years, or what happens? Does it go on and on until the time that you decide to just stop being a member?
Yes, thanks. Yeah, I already actually, I saw the question from Lucy and I addressed it earlier, but I think sometimes I guess the connection is not so good. No, so if you were to join at the age of 34, you would obviously join as a young entrepreneur because you would still fit the bracket. We do not delete you or throw you out of the community once you go over, you know, once you turn 36 and you're over that specific age range that we have. We would just move you onto a different role. So like I said, we don't just have young entrepreneurs on the platform. We have a lot of other categories of users, let's say. And so basically we would just change your category to, if you're a bit more experienced, you could become a business mentor or any other category that would basically fit the bill. We would just change the category and you would still be able to access all of everything that's on the platform.
All right, great. I think we may have missed that one.
No problem.
Connection. So yeah, but maybe just in case you have anything else to add on top of what you have already presented, I think we can just give you about 3 minutes. We are almost set. So.
Okay, let me see. So I'm just gonna, let me see. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I already looked a bit at the business pages, and if you want, I can just go a little bit more in detail into the chapters. So I already mentioned we basically have 18 chapters across different countries. And basically, if you want more information, you can also find a brochure here. I will actually send that around to all of you as well. So you can have a bit more insight on how the chapters work. basically our mission in having these, like, I know this was also one of the questions, of course, in the room, you know, whether everything is just online or whether, you know, the offline component is also important to us. And I think having this brochure will give you a little bit of a better insight into that. Let me just share this in the chat as well, so you can basically all download it from there. And okay, I sent it. And I guess, you know, Litness, for everyone in the room, I guess you can also share all of these links again afterwards in an email, since right now they don't have any access to the chat. I guess it would be a good idea to do that. I will show you a bit of an overview here. So most of the chapters that we have are actually in Africa, but then we also have one that we just started in Colombia, and one in Pakistan, and one in the Philippines. And yeah, again, you can basically read a bit more about the rationale behind, about also, if you go down, about the types of activities that we usually undertake in the chapters. I know after the keynote speaker, we will also be speaking a bit more about this. And yeah, and then even for network partners, we're basically often actually also looking to not just have the hub and the young entrepreneur as part of the chapters, but sometimes we also bring in an additional partner. So for instance, for the chapter in Zambia, we engaged with COMESA, with the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa. And they have been really helpful in bringing their experts on board, and you know, just bringing, you know, that extra layer in. And yeah, for us, it's really nice to also within the chapters, you know, bring additional partners in and have them support. The more the merrier, basically. Yeah, so that's all I would say about this. And apart from that, I think I already gave a good insight into everything. So here's also the overview over each of the anchors and each of the advisors to ITC in all of the different countries that we're representing. We are looking to grow the chapters even further, hopefully in 2022, but it's also a bit, there is interest in other countries as well. It's also a bit based on our availability though, because we also need enough staff in the headquarters to support and to coordinate. And yeah, that's what we're hopefully planning to scale up in 2022 as well. I'll stop sharing, and I'll also get you the link as well on the other competition. Okay, Litness, I see you're ready.
Yeah, we are. Thank you very much, Jamie, for those insights. So as I had earlier said, that our keynote speaker is Dennis. Dennis is going to come in front and introduce himself and share what he does. He's one of the young successful entrepreneurs here in Zuzu. So he's going to share his story as well as what he does, and more especially highlighting on the importance of networking as entrepreneurs. So Dennis, it's your time. Thank you very much.
Litness, we cannot hear Dennis. Could you unmute him?
Okay, Dennis, your audio, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect, thanks.
Yeah, so as I was saying, it's an honor for me to be part of this launch here in Malawi. My name is Dennis Chitowe. I run Zuzu Daily Limited. So Zuzu Daily Limited was registered in 2018, and we started our operations like processing in 2019, and so far with a team of 15, which includes the people who are our full-time employees, but also our interns. So basically what Mzuzu Daily does is to process daily products. We currently processing yogurts, chambiko, and fresh milk. So I'm here to talk on the topic accelerating growth through networking. Accelerating growth through networking. Just to emphasize why it is important to be part of the networks for entrepreneurs. According to a research report that was done by the Economist Intelligence Unit, out of 78% startups, it was discovered that networks absolutely necessary for entrepreneurial success. Networks are very necessary for entrepreneurial success. If you stay within your boundaries, you are going to find it more challenging to excel in your entire entrepreneurial journey. So if you stay within your boundaries, if you're not opening up enough to connect with others, to connect with other entrepreneurs, it will be very hard for you to achieve or attain the greater heights or the goals that you set in your business and in your lives. So networking as collaborating, I'll have time to go through the presentation. I just wanted to show you our journey, where we're coming from and where we are. But before I go there, I'll just have to say a few words, and then we'll go through the pictures that we have here, and then officially declare the launching of this chapter. A story of professional network enables you to attain goals that you would never achieve on your own. Entrepreneurship and networking are like twins. If you are to achieve, you need to be found yourself in a network. So network helps you to share knowledge. For instance, being in a network, you would be able to learn from other people. You would be able to hear what other people are doing and to learn from them and to expand your knowledge, your knowledge, and cover the knowledge gaps that you have. For instance, I may be good at finance, and there's someone who is good at IT. We are in one network. If I have challenges in even using social media like Facebook, how I can manage my Facebook page, I'll easily reach out to a colleague who is good in IT, ICT, and by the end of the day, I'll learn new things that would help me advance my skill in using social media platforms, advertise my products, and also the work that I'm doing, and in the end, reach out to the audience that I'm targeting. So it will help you also to increase confidence. You know, as you network, sometimes when you are alone, you look at your business and feel like, I think I'm not doing well. I think I'm sinking. But when you network, you reach out to others, they will tell you the story that they've gone through. They will tell you, because sometimes we just look at success stories. We don't look at where the people are coming from. But when you sit down within your networks with people and they are able to tell you where they are coming from and what they have become now, it will build confidence in you to keep pushing forward, because you feel like, I can do it. If he is doing it, I'll also be able to do it. You know, there are moments
I've come to, I joined Zuzu Hub in 2020, and I've been coming here, and maybe from the previous building in which they were to now, I've seen great progress. And you know, such progress has been an energy for me to keep moving, because I know life would start like this, but there's always hope for a better future. So you build confidence and energy within yourself when you are in a network and you're able to see how people have been progressing over the years, how people have been pursuing their dreams and their goals and achieved results along the way. So it builds confidence in you, and it gives you drive to keep moving forward and to keep pushing. So networking will keep you motivated, and it will give you energy. So you are likely to step forward and achieve results or success by connecting yourself to others who share common enthusiasm. So you are likely to build that resilience within you to achieve results, because you've been connected to people who are also sharing the enthusiasm that you are having. So, you know, in the journey of entrepreneurship, it takes you to a point where you feel like, I think I should go back and search where my papers are and go back to start searching for a job. You know, it reaches a point where you've no energy, times where you feel like I should just keep my phone away, not talk to anyone, close myself up, and just stay away from the world. You know, there are moments where you feel like, why can't I just quit and go back to the village or go back to my ex-employer and find out if I can have a space again? So at those moments, when you reach out to your network, it will be easier for you to regain the energy and move forward. So external skills would be easily learned when you are in a network. Networking is a strategy of survival and success for small businesses. You leverage on the skills of others. There have been a lot of moments where I've reached out to Wangi and say, I've got this pitch that I've developed. I wanted you to have a look at it. You know, for me to get such a service, I would need to pay for it if I wasn't in a network. But my success has been, I've leveraged on the networks that I have. When I'm stuck, I'll reach out. A few weeks ago, I was working on a pitch video, and the video I did was 314 MBs, and I was supposed to reduce it to 15 MBs. So I needed about 290 something MBs out, and I'm not. I'm a livestock specialist, so I'm good at animals, and the IT things I didn't have any information. I had to reach out to a network that I found through Zuzu eHub. I reached out to Joseph, and he told me, no, I think you need to talk to Stuart because I'm not feeling well. So I got support. Stuart had to come to my place at around 10, if not 11 p.m. to support me compress the video, because I was running against the closing time for submission. He left my house. I gave him some money. He said, no, Dennis, I came here just to help you because we know each other, and we've known each other through the network that Zuzu eHub offered to us. So all I'm trying to say is it is a secret or it's a strategy for survival, because there are moments when you will not be liquid enough to pay for other services, but you'll be able to access those services through the networks that you've created. You'll be able to reach out to people you know, and they'll be able to provide a helping hand. And this is also to say, in a network, it is very important also to know what you're going to offer. It shouldn't be a parasitic relationship kind of. It should be a symbiotic relationship where you have something to offer also in a network, and the people that are also in your network should be able also to offer you some kind of support that will help you. And emphasis is the bigger the network, the better the results. Why am I saying so? If you have a bigger network, it means you have also a pool of diverse skills that you can easily benefit. If your network is smaller, it also means you may have limited skills that are at your disposal. So that will limit you to achieve some heights, because you're not of the know, or you are not able to reach out to other services or other skills that you may not be having, or they may not be within your network. So you need to expand your network. So it is a great opportunity that the YE community is giving us, because we're now able to connect ourselves to a bigger community. We are connecting ourselves to a bigger community, and this will help us to widen our reach, and being able to attain and access a diverse of skills that we may not easily attain from a smaller network. So let's connect. Let's be able to celebrate the success of others. You know, we are in Malawi, most of us are people who feel jealous when others are doing well. We feel bad. But you know, if we would sit down and say, what is our motive? What is our motivation to be entrepreneurs? We are all trying to solve one problem or the other. And by the end of the day, we're trying to provide our communities with best results. We're trying to fight poverty. We're trying to empower our women and our girls. We're trying to make sure the vulnerable are empowered. So by the end of the day, we are all trying to solve a problem and provide solutions. If we celebrate the success of others, we should be able to go to them and find out how they managed to maneuver and get where they are. But if we have got, we feel jealousy within ourselves and are not able to celebrate the success of others, then we will not learn and we will not grow ourselves. So we should be people who can connect to other people, and let's connect with good motive, with a heart to create a better community from where we are coming from, and a better Malawi, a better Africa, and a better world. There are a number of opportunities that we can also get from this kind of networking. One of it is there are a lot of technologies that have been developed out there. You know, I was so privileged to learn a number of things from the institute that I was attached to under Mandela Washington Fellowship, which is Purdue University. There are a lot of technologies that have been developed, and I was so much, you know, impressed, because there are other things that I've been trying to look for. How could I address this? For instance, there's a challenge that we've had from the smallholder dairy farmers, which is preservation of milk. So most of the farmers, they milk their cows in the evening and in the morning. So in the morning, they would easily rush to the cooling center and drop their milk. But in the evening, they would keep the milk up to the next morning, waiting for them to mix with the morning milk and take it to the cooling center. But it has shown that the milk that was milked in the evening has been going bad, and that was a loss to smallholder dairy farmers. So I've been trying to solve this jargon, and it was very interesting from the institute that I learned a number of technologies that have been developed at the institution, which would even be an answer to the problem that I was looking at. Now, what I'm trying to say is, through networks, we should be able to reach out and learn the technologies that others have developed, be it in issues to do with climate change, be it into things to do with smart agriculture, and whatever you may be thinking of. There are technologies that others have developed. Through these networks, we should be able to learn and replicate some of them, making sure that we contextualize them in the Malawi way so that we can also solve the problems that our people are facing. If we are replicating the technologies, it means we are saving ourselves from the cost that would be there in the piloting and everything, because they've already been tested and proven that they are working. And so we can just replicate them, bring them in our communities and start implementing and see results. So basically, we may need to know that there are things that we can learn out there. Let's be proactive in our networks and be people who can learn. I would say for most of the support that I've gotten, even from the hub, I've been proactive. I've been reaching out. I've got this, I need this help. And I was impressed, maybe one day, didn't know, in 2020, when I got an opportunity into the Growth Africa COVID Fund. It was a grant, and when I did my pitch video, I shared it with Wangi. She looked at it and gave me feedback. Recently, I think last week, I also shared with her another video, which was now about the TEF grant. And this time around, I've seen that I even clapped hands for myself, because the feedback that I got was really smaller as compared to the first feedback. It showed to me that there's been some progress and improvement. So I've leveraged from the feedback that I got in the first place. From that connection, I worked on the weaknesses and kept on improving myself. And this time around, the video I did had little feedback, meaning there was a quite good improvement. So what I'm trying to say is we need to be proactive. When we get feedback, let's be people who can learn from those feedbacks that we've gotten, learn from our networks, and contextualize things in our own context, and keep on growing and improving to achieve better results. So let's also take advantage of the virtual economy that we are in, because now we can easily reach out to people who are far from us. We can connect with them even in US. We can connect with them in Britain. We can connect with them across Africa and across the world, and get the kind of support that we need and improve our businesses. So we must bring the value to Malawi. So in a few minutes, I'll take you through the journey that we've gone through, and this I attribute it to the networks that Mzuzu Daily attained. So before I go to the videos, through networking, Mzuzu Daily was able in 2020 to get a fund, a grant from Growth Africa that's funded by UNDP through the network. So how was that through the networks? Through the networks, we were able to hear about the opportunity. When the application was being done, I did my application. It's a competitive process, but then I also had, through my networks, been able to share my application, and people were able to look at it and give me feedback and improve it. So the time I was submitting, I submitted a document which was really very good. So I benefited from the networks and made sure I made some progress. In 2021, 2020, actually December, Mzuzu Daily was able to get a long-term loan facility from NBM Development Bank. And this was also because of the networks, because I did my first business plan and the bank said, no, I think that your business plan is not well done. You've got the information, you've got all it takes, but the presentation of facts has not been done well. I had to reach out to my network and I got my business plan refined and retuned. When I submitted it, it was very well. I'm a finance person, but most of my practice was done in non-governmental organizations. So the finance people will tell you, working in a non-government organization, the financial reporting aspect is very different from the reporting in limited companies. So that means the way I did my financial reports was not that good as what the bank needed. I also had to reach out to my networks and got the support and presented my documents well. And by the end of the day, I was able to get the financing and the machinery was procured. Through the networks, I owe this to Mzuzu eHub. We've got a grant that is in capacity building from CNFA, and I got a call, I think 2 days ago, that the volunteers both from US and Malawi has been identified, and we just waiting for them to start providing us with the technical support, building, developing new products, and even increasing the quality issues and everything. This would have been a cost on us, but we've leveraged on the networks, and we've been able to get such a quality control improvement, and also new product development aspect in capacity building, which would have been really a very huge cost on Mzuzu Daily. So our staff will be trained and by experts, and will not be the same. So we should be able to go and compete with bigger players in the market, because our products will be improved by the end of the day. Through the networks, we've been able also to get a TechnoSave capacity building. So the TechnoSave capacity building was in two forms. The first component was to do with the business development under the refresh project. And this, I don't know if Wang is able to remember, because we have been able to give a lot of things, but this one was one of the things she helped me also to develop in doing my application, and we're successful. We've been supported for the past 6 months in trainings, and now we are ripe for the financial component of the grant. So you'd see we have a long tall order of opportunities that we've gotten. And the other one is a component of TechnoSave, which is also into capacity building in terms of the daily processing part. And this one is also currently almost ready to start, and it will be an improvement from a continuation from what CNFA will be doing. So we've just done separated products that needs to be done by CNFA, and those other products that will be done by TechnoSave. So TechnoSave will be more into new products. So I'm so much excited to mention all these successes, so as to encourage someone to stretch your hands and reach out to your networks and see what is there for you. I was also able to go into Mandela Washington Fellowship 2021 through the networks as well, but also through the same, we've been able now to connect with colleagues from Ghana, Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, and Zimbabwe, and we're working on a special project looking at hydroponic fodder production for our smallholder dairy farmers. And this is a project that will be funded by the US government. So we looking at all these as opportunities that are coming in through networks. And finally, recently, I also was contacted, and I was told, I've been given your number by so, and that is from the networks that I have. And this is an NGO in Kasungu, which is going into dairy farming. It works with the people who are living with HIV/AIDS, and they want now to introduce dairy farming to these people. And I've been reached out without any application to be a consultant. All they asked me was to give them a quotation, and then they also asked me a few days later to give them an invoice. And I think a few days ago, I was called, the donor is processing the payments. We should be able to roll out the project soon. So I'm all trying to say networks are really key for our growth, and there are a number of opportunities that we can get through our networks. So quickly, help me to go through our journey. So we started, as we were starting, with our first product was fresh milk. So we introduced our fresh milk in 2019, November. We were only able to do that. And I can assure you, we could go to the market and sell 7,000 kwacha, and we are very happy. We could, there are days that we went to Ecopanera and sold 16,500. We were very excited that we are making progress. So the journeys, from there, the next slide. Yeah,
Is that
but
dollars?
from there we moved, and we've been able to also include pressure. So this is our yogurt.
What is in the package?
A fish bread top. So we've seen ourselves growing from just doing milk to doing milk and yogurts. And
What is in the fridge?
And the next slide.
Hello?
And by the grace of God, we have
Hello?
at that end a container that is carrying the equipment, the new equipment that will see us do our yogurts in the cups, but also we'll be able to do fresh cream and ice creams. And I attribute all this progress that we've been able to achieve to the networks that we've had as Mzuzu Daily, being able to be proactive, reach out to other people who have got skill in what you are weak. We may not have strength in all areas. There are places there where we are weak, and we need to acknowledge that and understand that and reach out to others who are strong in those areas to give us support. And by the end of the day, we'll be able to attain and achieve greater results. So with this few, I would say, remarks, I would want to encourage you to say, let's take advantage of such opportunities that are placed on us. We are a generation that has got access to many things, which the previous generations did not have access to. So we need to take advantage of this and reach out to our networks and grow our businesses, grow our skills. I was looking at Jack Ma's video, and he said, you don't have to get every skill. You shouldn't get every skill that you need, because you need every skill. You need to be good at finance, but you cannot be good at everything. But what you need to do is you need to leverage. Find out people who are strong in the areas that you are weak. Get connected to them and learn from them. Be smart enough to take advantage of that, leverage on that, and build your business and grow. So with these few remarks, I declare the Malawi chapter officially launched. Thank you.
Wow, what a beautiful and encouraging speech we had there from Dennis. Dennis, thank you very much for sharing your insights. It's always very important to remember that no man is an island. And this thing applies to everything that you do in your life, whether it's it's you as a person or it's in entrepreneurship. So thank you very much for giving us that honor of launching the Ecopanera Malawi chapter, as well as inspiring, as well as encouraging us. Jamie, are you there? Are you there? Jenny, are you able to hear us?
Sorry, yes, sorry, it cut out for a second. Yes, I can hear you. Thanks, Dennis, so much for this like really great and wonderful and inspiring speech. And I think you really made a great point of how important it is for young entrepreneurs to be connected and to tap into networks. Sorry, I think I can hear myself double and it's a bit delayed in the room. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, go ahead. Sorry, there was a little bit of interference.
Okay, no problem. But you could hear what I said, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I think we've come to the end, and I think we can start to wrap everything up. I guess I'll go first, and then I'll pass it back to Nzuzu. Sorry, can you all mute yourself in the room because I hear myself double? Oh.
That has to be from somebody from, I think somebody didn't mute themselves.
Oh, wait,
so,
let me see. Everyone is muted.
Yeah, so recording in progress. We are just going to show you the people that are here, since you want people to unmute themselves, but we are having a live feed. So we are just going to show everybody that is in here and just show how excited they are that the chapter has been launched.
Perfect. Yeah, I see the room has been filling up quite a lot since the beginning.
All right, Jenny, sorry, unfortunately, because we are having a bit of a technical problem, we may not be able to show you everyone in the room.
Yeah, I think the connection has gotten a bit worse again. Oh, no, now I cannot see anything anymore. That's okay. I saw the picture as well that you sent. So it's nice to see that the room has filled up so much and that so many people were able to join in person. Yeah, it's really cool. So you can just send over some pictures and I think I'm already getting a good idea of how many people are there. It's great.
All right, thank you so much for joining us as well. And this actually marks the end of the launch from our side, as well as just want to thank everybody that joined us through Zoom, as well as everybody that came in physically to be part of this community. So we'll be sharing the presentation that came from you, from Dennis, as well as from Precious. And at the same time, we'll make sure that we grow our network with the context that we already have. And we're going to ask everybody joined today to share about the community. So thank you very much.
Definitely. Yeah, I also just want to say a big thank you again. I know it's definitely not an easy feat to juggle like a physical launch and the online participants at the same time. So this hybrid model is definitely really difficult to perfect. And I think of course there were a few hiccups, but overall it's it's been really, really nice. And I really think, you know, we had a nice mix of online engagement, but also with everyone that's in the room and was able to join physically at your offices. So that's super cool. And actually, I think one of the first events that we had launching in this hybrid mode. So congrats to that. I'm really impressed that you managed to pull it off. And yeah, and just a big thank you to everyone who joined. We hope that you are inspired to join the community. I just dropped the link again in the chat. And yeah, we're really excited for this to be the first of many events that we will have as part of the chapter. And yeah, just a big thank you again to everyone, to the Mzuzu eHub team who organizes so well, to Precious as well, and also to Dennis for his contribution. It was really great. And yeah, I think Precious, if you could also post the link to the WhatsApp group again in the chat. So yeah, I would just encourage you all to sign up to the platform, but also to join the WhatsApp chat. So that's the other space, I would say, where we connect frequently and keep you updated. So thanks everyone, and I hope you have a good rest of your day and a great weekend ahead. Litness, we cannot hear the room anymore.
All right, thank you very much. I think everybody's been able to say something, but unfortunately you cannot hear us because we are using a different microphone from the one that we're using for the feed that we are showing you right now. But thank you so much for joining us, and we are looking forward to more interactive sessions, and everybody here is so excited that the community has been launched. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks all.
Thank you and have a good day.
Have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining and for being so engaged and asking so many questions.
Wow. Thank you very much too.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Have a good day too.
Thank you, Jenny, and thank you, Zuzu eHub.